Hi, Nigel here with the Drivewire, and I have the latest version of Audi's Q7. Now, we've had a few problems getting hold of Audis during this COVID stuff, but finally they've managed to get us this Q7. It's a really nice car. It hasn't changed much body-wise, but there's been some changes inside, new technology, and also under the hood, which I shall show you later. Obviously, the standard, it comes with the Quattro all-wheel drive and these really nice 285/45 tires on 20-inch rims. These are Pirellis. We like Pirellis. We always have a problem with Bridgestones, but these are Pirellis this time. This is actually a 3-row SUV, and it doesn't have an awful lot of room in the back. I'll show you that in a second. It's pretty familiar at the front. It's got the Audi 4 rings, these LEDs, and lo and behold, real vents in the front. We like that too. And then obviously these two sensors for the cruise control, adaptive cruise control systems, etc., parking sensors all around. This is a prestige model. Let's talk price. It is $75,000, give or take. Base price is $60,000, prestige costs you $10,000, plus a whole bunch of other bells and whistles on this car. All right, so it is a 3-row electric control. You just put these down, handily tucks its headrests away, gives you a decent amount of room in the back. The second row is a slight fumble in order to get those into the right position. You gotta pull that lever there, push this down here, and then pull that up to there. Obviously same on the other side. This is a third middle section, which will also go down, and then it gives you a lot more storage space. And to get it back up again, you gotta pull on this, and then the rear seat rest goes back, adjusted with the handle. It's kind of a fumble on a $75,000 car. I'm not sure why they couldn't have given it electric motors to do the same job. Really handy to get these back up. Just hit these two buttons and the seats rise up back to where they were, and you just manually move the headrest. Simple. Okay, but the question is, it's a 3-row, but can I get in the back? Let's take a look. All right, let's see if we can get into the back. So I've got the seat up. I'm gonna climb in. I'm sort of gonna sit on this side. And so this seat's all the way back. I could actually pull it forward real quick. But that's it, maximum forward, and it is quite tight in the back, although surprisingly, my head fits, which is kind of nice, but I wouldn't really want to be in here for a very long time. But we have proven that you can get in the back. It's quite small though for a 3-row. Back seat has a decent amount of room. That's my driving position. If I flip over to the middle, I can sit here reasonably comfortably. I got AC, I got a little control panel where I can control my heating, and obviously heated seats as well. This seat is quite far back, and I still have an okay amount of room, and I have a decent amount of headroom in the back. This is not a bad place to be. And then if you pull the lever, you can actually recline for your journey. Not too bad, not too bad. Sat in worse back seats. So as I said, there's been some changes under the hood. It used to have a supercharged 6. Now it is a turbocharged 6. So the outgoing model at 333 horsepower, 325 foot-pounds. This one has 2 more horsepower and 369 foot-pounds, which is nice, and you can feel that in its performance. It's a little quicker than the outgoing model, driven through an excellent 8-speed automatic transmission. As you can imagine, once you are inside the car, this is really, really nice. It's a very nice place to be. Audi is very good at interiors. Let's start with the seat. Super comfortable. It's got this fine Napa leather on it, both heated and cooled, multiple way power, really nice. And then the quality, the overall quality, it just extends all the way down to even knee level, where, you know, most people don't care about, but Audi does, and the quality is just phenomenal in here. It does annoy me. Actually, there's more than one thing that annoys me. The first one is this piano black. It shows up your fingerprint, especially on the screen, of course it shows up, but it also shows up here as well. And you push your finger on there, it just leaves prints all over the place. So I'm constantly wiping that off. I think I'd prefer to have this sort of wood, faux wood. It looks really nice. I think it should extend across there, and it would solve that problem. Second annoyance is Audi continues to offer this hairnet of a cover, and it extends to the panoramic sunroof, which goes all the way to the back. But this cover has annoyed me for years. They always use it. It does let a little bit of the sun through. Audi's done away with most physical buttons here. They have two individual screens. They look fantastic. The top one is your main screen, radio, media, apps, vehicles, any other settings, ambient lighting, and then of course, you know, your navigation. You sort of click on them. They make a sort of clicking noise. I don't know if you can hear that. So you have to sort of push down. And then they've relocated the HVAC controls to here. You've got these cool graphics. You've also got control of your stop-start, hill descent, garage door opener, link, etc. And then here's all your AC controls with your heated seats, etc., recirc. And then at the bottom here is your drive select system. So if you hit drive select, you can choose between all-road, comfort, auto, decides for itself, dynamic, or individual. And then you press this additional little notepad, and you can change things like suspension, drive, steering. I have most of this set to sort of the most sporty mode. An absolute favorite part is this very Star Trek-like shifter. You have to press in at the side in order to get it from neutral, reverse, etc. Pull down a couple of times to get in from D to sport, and then here's your parking brake. It is all beautifully designed in here. Really like it. In the center armrest, you can sort of move it around, pull it forward, and then extend it out and open it up. It doesn't have an awful lot of room inside because it has a wireless charger here, a little bit of space here, and then SD slot, and then two standard USBs, and then a little sort of rubberized mat here for stuff, coins, etc. Audi doesn't really care too much if you like to drink huge drinks. These are quite small, so buy a small coffee. One of my favorite things about Audis are the digital cockpit. Super cool graphics. You can change them to be smaller. I prefer it this look. And then you can scroll down, look at your fuel consumption, bad across the board, heavy right foot. What do you expect when you've got a turbo 6? 335 horsepower to play with. And you can move around here. You can have your maps in front of you as well as in the center console. See what devices are connected. That would play your music, as it says right there. And there's just tons of different stuff on here that you can configure. All right, let's take it for a drive. Let's see how this car performs. All right, let's get going. So I've been driving this around for a few days. It is extremely comfortable. It isn't set up with super firm suspension. It's also incredibly quiet inside. It's got nice thick windows. It cancels out the exterior noise. Pretty serene place to be. These seats are wonderfully comfortable. Going from a supercharged engine to this turbo, there's a little bit of lag. Just a smidgen. If you have it in S mode, it's less so, because the transmission is a little bit more aggressive, but it's got enough performance, it really does. I'm gonna jump on the freeway, do a little bit of freeway driving, and then we'll get onto more of a 2-lane road and see how this thing handles. Plenty of power for passing. Power comes on immediately when you're actually rolling, so I'm really not sure why it has such a problem from a standstill. Even when you're in, even when the revs are lower and it's not in its sweet spot, most of the torque kicks in at, 1500 RPM anyway, so the acceleration is not neck snapping. It's around 5 seconds. It's a little quicker than the supercharged model, which was around 5.5. I think its BMW equivalent is going to get a little quicker to 60. It's probably in the 4.6, 4.7 range. But I'm not sure why you'd need to go too fast in it. Of course, if you want to go really fast, get the Q7, which I believe does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So, good test drive. Great car. It's not a car for me, but if you're looking for a spacious 3-row, and I say 3-row a little tentatively because it's really hard to squeeze anyone in the back, but for a full-size SUV, this is nice. It really is. It's a nice place to be. It's beautifully made, as all Audis are. Appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, etc. And we'll be back next time with another video. Thank you.